Great rising, give thanks for the time, the moment, and the energy. Always gratitude to the altitude. Welcome to another astrological video. And in this astrological video, we talking about Libra rising and Scorpio rising. All right, we're gonna get into it. Anyways, before going any further, I know this video is past due, it's overdue, but we all got to go through our different phases in life. All right, we are all on a journey. All right, I want to say welcome to all my new subscribers on this channel. It's all about elevating, inspiring, and motivating. Just putting the pieces of the puzzle together that we can see a bigger picture, a picture of clarity. Together we grow, together we shine, together we gain when we understand that this is all about alignment to connect to that divine love vibration so that energy can tune the other chakras to have a greater insight, right? Anyways, though, yes, so I'm gonna elaborate about this Libra rising, May 13, 2022. Yes, Libra rising, those who are born on that specific time of birth. As we know that rising signs are the sign that was rising from the eastern horizon at the time of birth. All right, for those who don't know, and in order for an individual to know their rising sign and moon sign, they got to know the specific time of birth. All right, so people who have this rising sign, all right, this energy is ruled by planet Venus, right? Libra is ruled by Venus. It is the seventh sign of the zodiac, and this is about justice. This energy is about harmony. It's an energy that deals with balance. It is the scale of Mahat, the scale, right? Coming into alignment to have balance with self. Okay? So people who have this Libra rising sign, they can also have a very strong intuitive mind based on the fact that when an individual comes into balance, they're able to see more clearly, able to understand things better, right? Yes, so the rising sign of Libra is a sign that deals with like justice, helping people to formulate themselves, to get themselves into that oneness also. It's a, it's an energy that can delve deep and gain certain insight and information also, because it's closely associated to the Scorpio energy, right? And it's the opposite of Aries. Libra is the opposite of Aries. It is a it's a cardinal air, right? So Libras, a Libran individual, they can come up with ideas really quick. They're very idealistic, very diplomatic in their movements, in whatever they do. Very smart people, right? The energy of Libra is a very pure energy too, right? It's a energy that deals with love, because the planet of Venus deals with love. It's a planet of attraction. What are you attracted to? What attracts you, right? And these people love partnership because it's an energy that deals with connection, right? Very social. So these people like to have decent conversations, right? Very elegant conversations, looking very elegant too, right? These people like to be smooth, right, in whatever they do. Anyways, though, there's a lower octave of this energy, and people who are vibrating on a lower energy, a lower vibration, right? When it comes on to the Libra energy, right, and the energy is on a lower vibratory field, these people can suffer from, indecisiveness, not knowing what to do, not knowing what to accomplish in their life, right? They be so judgmental also, easy to criticize other people and put other people down, right? They can be very hard on themselves. In order for them to make a decision can take a very long time, right? Even if they are writing something or putting together a project, it might take them very long to do that because they want to get it perfect. And if it's not perfect within their eye, they just keep starting it over until they might arrive at that perfection, right? Remember, it is the opposite of Aries, so they do have that fiery you know vibe about them too, that warrior vibe about them too, and that starting something and don't finish it until whenever they feel like, or starting something and never finish it. All right, so that's the lower octave of the Libran energy. They are also associated with high sexual pleasures because it is the energy that rules the kidneys. So it's all about fluid. So these Libran people are highly sexual likewise, knowing that they are ruled by Venus, right? They have strong attraction to whatever they love, and if they vibrating on a lower vibration, they might be stuck in that highly sexual pleasures, like addicted to sex, right? When those people vibrating on a lower vibratory field, they can be very, very highly sexual, right? Every day something. Yeah. Knowing that energy rules the kidneys. When a person is vibrating on a lower octave, right, they will go through the process of sabotaging themselves too, saying that they're not loved, they cannot find love, right? No, people who are vibrating on such a level need to understand that they gotta fix their self, right? Nobody else can fix them, right? You gotta come into realization that you gotta go within. You gotta have self-love, right? You gotta take care of yourself first. You gotta love yourself first. So people who are vibrating on such a lower octave of the Libran energy, yes, fix yourself. Love yourself. Appreciate yourself. You are worth it, right? Stop overdoing certain things. You need to be in alignment. You need to be balanced. When you have that balance, right, you're able to think clearer, right? Some people who are vibrating on that level. Rather, right, these Libran rising people who are vibrating on a lower octave of energy, right, they might have a heart chakra that is um, like unbalanced, and in order for them to move on, that heart chakra has to be, stable. It has to be, you got to find that balance within, right, to move forward. When you fix that heart space, right, because people vibrating on such a level, they're like, it's hard for them to even have a decent conversation with other people. Zin, because most of them will be like suffering from anxiety, depressing sort of energy, right? Some of them might hide their true feelings, and that's not a good thing to do, because with this energy you have to be expressive, right? You got to release that of what you're holding on. Release the toxic energy, release all sort of low vibratory sort of thinking, no low vibrational thought. You gotta let that go, because this is an expressive energy, right? It's a very expressive sort of vibration that these people need to actually elevate, right? You gotta express how you feel. You really gotta express the way you truly feel, right? And by doing that, talking to people who you resonate with, it's very helpful for you to move from one level to the other, right? Yes, so those Libra risers who are vibrating on a lower octave, in order for you to level up your energy, you got to fix the heart space. Remember, the planet of Venus deals with love and attraction. It deals with the material plane too, right? Um, Venus also rules Taurus. So Taurus and Librans, they share something in common. Now, on the higher octave, right? The higher octave of this energy, people who have this energy on a higher octave are able to see exactly how this system set up. They are able to have an insight that is beyond this world. They are able to take information and, like chop it up and put it together, right? Or take the information and see the errors in it, really visualize it and put it together and present it in a very unique way. Very gifted, right? Very gifted in the arts, right? When it comes on to like writing, very perfect, like has a lot of clarity. These people who are vibrating on a higher octave, these Libra risers, they're say for instance the lymphatic system align with their kidneys. All right, so a person who is vibrating on a higher octave of this energy, right, they're able to have that psychic awareness likewise, because remember, the rising sign or the sign upon the physicality of the individual controls the mind, controls the face, controls the physical autonomy, controls the physical body, rather, right? So now, knowing that a Libra riser is connected to the Venus energy because they are ruled by it, right? These people can be in the materialistical plane and attract a lot of wealth to them. Meanwhile, balancing themselves with the spiritual part of themselves and the physical part of themselves, and having that unison with it, right? Because they have the symbology of the scale, and that deals with balance. So these people who are vibrating on a higher octave of the ability to balance their self with the spiritual and with the physical, right? And see like with clarity, right? There's much more to this energy too, because they also have that warrior part to them also, right? But they rather be diplomatic, right? There are people who will solve problems, arrange things, put things together. They operate even better if they have a partner. When they have a partner, right, they're more effective, right? Because, as I said, the scales show it, balance. They should have that balance within themselves first. All Libra risers should find balance within themselves first, love within themselves first. Everybody should, but especially the Libra risers, right? Because when that's like um, a part of their gift to have that balance is to find their higher octave, and once they gain that higher awareness, it's easier for them to attract good people in their lives. It's easier for them to attract their partners, right? And when they have another person that they connect with, whether in a business um, way or friendship way or intimate way, they're able to function even better. Yes. So this is a very unique sign too, right? Very unique, very extraordinary. It connects also with the lower, um, or should I put it like this? They understand the underworld too, right? They get it. They get the vibration of the underworld. They know what's going on in the lower octaves of energies, because they are also one of the signs who've been there on a lower octave, right? So they know about the underworld just like a Scorpio would. They have that depth, right? And they're able to have that higher level of awareness too, where they can balance that higher octave and that lower octave likewise, because they are also the ones who went through the underworld, know the deepest depths likewise, right? We're talking about the fact that that energy is ruled by the kidneys, connected to the spinal cord, the root chakra, the sacral chakra also. Those are lower vibrations of us. The Libra energy do understand the lower octave, just like a Scorpio would, just like a Ophiuchus would, all right? And they're able to have that higher awareness likewise. So it's a very unique sign. Now, one of my subscribers wanted me to say, like, when they have like a planet in their first house, how beneficial that is. It depends on which planet is in the first house. But pertaining to what she told me, having Pluto in the first house and having Libra there is very powerful. Very powerful, because now you are like a Scorpio riser, right? And you have Libra right there. No, you definitely have the insight, right? You're able to balance our situation. You're able to see from the deepest depths in the dark, right? And carry that message from the dark and project it in a way that nobody else can do it. Or you can be one of that individuals who just observe, retain the information, right? And just know who you are within this world, and rather live like that, because you have that diplomatic energy, right? And for the lower octave of that energy, you might go through some stuff that, wow, it's not easy to talk about, because having Pluto in the first house, right? Knowing that you have that Libra rising, right? The things that you go through might be very difficult to talk about. How to transform, right? How to get the mind right, because know that, like, Pluto in the first house that deals with transformation, deals with depth, deals with that psychic energy, and having Libra right there also as a rising sign, right, can be very tricky upon the mind, right? These people can, went through some mental problems, right? And when they come out, the sort of mind power that they have is beyond this world, right? The type of mind power that individual attain after going through their transformation, there's no way anything can trick them on this plane. They're able to communicate with higher entities, right? And differentiate that sort of language or frequency, right? Knowing that they have the psychic power of the Scorpio, and knowing how to balance the hemispheres, right? Having that total oneness of that awareness. So it's a powerful thing, right? It's just that the lower octave of that energy, if an individual is vibrating on that lower octave, it might be difficult to, elevate, because it will be tricky on the mind, right? Be tricky on the tricky in the first house, even if they have other planets there too, right? So having Libra rising and other planets in the first house is a very effective power of the mind, power of the body, right? Because with that said, the Libra, they'll know how to move in life, know where to go and where not to go when you're vibrating on the higher level, right? You'll know the type of people who should be in your circle, because you can see through them. You can actually see the soul that they got, see the power that they got, right? What sort of different dimensions going on within their energy field. So yeah, I want to talk more about this, but I might do another video speaking about different planets in the first house, and elaborate some more. All right, so I'm gonna go to Scorpio rising now. Scorpio risers. Yeah, Scorpio risers are people who transform, and when they do transform, depends on how their energy feel is, depends on their blueprint. When they transform, it can be very powerful, can be healers, can be warriors, can be messengers, right? Because when they come out of that dark, right, it's a Scorpio risers are people who understand the deepest, darkest secrets of this world, and even beyond this world, right? Scorpio risers are able to communicate with entities on lower plane and entities on higher dimensions, in higher dimensions, right? This energy is an energy of power. It is the energy of the soul. It's the energy of life and death. It's the energy of creating the essence of the soul, right? Understanding that life on this planet is about mastery. And in order for an individual to master their self, they gotta understand their the darkness. Gotta go through a dark night of the soul to emerge from that dark night of the soul and project light. Now, the Scorpio energy is ruled by both Mars and Pluto, which gives like a steam element because Mars is fire, right? And the Scorpio energy is a feminine water sign, and also is the deepest part of the ocean, the deepest part of the realms. Anything that has to do with dark matter, that's Scorpio, right? I should have said this before. Libras, they like light colors, but they also love dark colors too, because Libras are connected to Scorpio. They connected to that lower octave too, that darkness, that dark part of them. Libras do have that. Anyways, let's continue. Now, the Scorpio energy, the reason why it's so powerful, right? Life and death is in the words of a Scorpio riser. The power behind and beyond their voice comes from both angles and even multiple dimensions too, because Pluto deals with transformation and power, right? And that's pure dark matter, right? The Scorpio energy deals with it also deals with, I would say, Ophiuchus energy. And Ophiuchus energy is represented by the 9, that represents the spine, that represents the liquid secretion, like the spinal fluid, all right? And the Scorpio energy is associated with that. So the reason why I said that is because that energy deals with the genitals, right? Bringing life into existence. The 8th house, it deals with the infinite 8 too. It deals with cycles of time. It's connected to the Saturn energy likewise, right? The Saturnian energy and the Plutonic energy, like works together, right? For real, life and death, time. Saturn deals with time, Pluto deals with life and death, right? Bringing into this existence souls, right? And when that soul does its mission, it's either they move on to a higher degree if their soul energy can magnetize out of this realm, or it comes back into this realm to relearn certain things, or it's stuck in purgatory or in a lower dimension. It all depends. So Scorpios Scorpio risers do understand what death is, right? And transformation is. The Scorpio riser, most of the Scorpio risers lost someone at a very early age. Most Scorpio risers went through some traumatic situations in their life from an early age. Could be some abuse, sexual abuse. It could be that they almost lost their lives, right? It could be like there was a time that something happened and they were between, you know, life and between life and death, right? On the verge of losing their lives, right? So the Scorpio energy is all about that, and Scorpio risers, been through a whole um, different stages of transformation. All right, people who are vibrating on a lower octave with this energy, they are really in tune to their sexuality, just like the Libra riser. But with Scorpio riser, they'll use it to gain some sort of power, right? They will use their sexuality to, you know, gain certain things, right? Sexually. And sex energy, they use that sex energy to pull people in, right? And when they pull people in, it can go both ways. It can end up that when they do pull somebody that they like to them and they don't feel them no more, the individual that they pulled in, they it can be so crazy that when the Scorpio riser decide like, oh, can't take it no more, then that individual becomes upset, right? They feel betrayed and might want to have some kind of conflict. So Scorpio risers who are vibrating on that lower form of energy gotta be very careful, because with that energy now, it's a love and hate situation. It's either people love us for, how long, like for eternity, or hate us for eternity based on who we are, right? So on that lower vibratory energy, um, people can witness a lot of death, because if an individual not vibrating on the level of, using their mind, their psychic energy the way they're supposed to, they're going to use in the lower forms of energy. And these people could deal with the occult, with dark magic, and deal with like lower vibrational doings and lower vibrational activities. That mean these people are easy to kill other people. They have the mindset, the heart to kill. Killers, right? Really serious killers, right? Torturing ways. Because this is the energy that when people vibrating on that lower octave, they have the dark ways, right? Very dark, very evil. Yeah, these are the people who practice all sort of witchy sort of activities, right? And if they're vibrating on such a low octave, they can communicate with lower beings. Lower beings control their way of thinking, their way of action, right? So a Scorpio riser who is vibrating on such a low level is scary, right? They have the heart of the beast. The women, don't play with them. The men, don't even think about it. These people will take your head your hands and feet, and the other parts of you, they can't find it. These people think out of the box in a cruel way, the most vicious way you can think about something being done. The people who vibrate on such a low octave, they are the devil themselves. All right, it's not easy for them to emerge out of that dark energy. The Scorpio energy is a very powerful energy, right? Dealing with Pluto and some entities that lost their soul, right, is in that dark energy realm, right? No light, right? No light, no substance in their soul, right? Because the energy of that dark matter goes multiple ways. People feel like, oh, dark matter is power and dark matter is this. The energy goes multiple ways. There's polarities to everything, right? There's a dark matter where it's real soul energy, but it doesn't deal with cruelty and wickedness, right? It deals with projecting the soul. There's another part of that dark matter that locks the soul, no escaping, right? The consciousness of that dark realm is what controls lower entities, lower vibrational forces, right? So they only stay on that plane. So the Scorpio risers who are vibrating on that lower octave gotta be very careful. They're gonna lose their soul. Take all their light away. Be magnetized into that lower octave, and it's not easy to come out. Now, a lot of that a lot of Scorpio risers who are vibrating on that lower octave, right? Some of them like want to change their life, but you see, you gotta get up here, right? It's a transformation that they gotta go through. Everyone gotta go through that transformation. So, it's not easy to tell. It's all about if up here is right, if the mind is right to actually perceive a certain inner standing where you don't want to do those wicked things anymore, cruel things anymore, and move on, right? But you don't know. People already know you gotta pay your karmic debt, and that's what that energy is about too, right? This is no game thing when you really understand this energy, right? This is the energy of the soul, but there's multiple levels to what the soul is, right? There's a dark part to the soul, likewise. And I think all Scorpio risers supposed to know that. Anyways, the higher octave of this energy is what the soul is, right? Pure light. Pure light. Transformation, right? Into something very powerful. Alright? Why you think they put it in the movies? Especially X-Men. When Jean went through her like mental problems, right? When she finally mastered her psyche, right? She had to go through different procedures because of what Charles did to her. Charles tampered with her mind, because she was just too powerful, and he was scared the day, she figured that out, how powerful she really is. So Charles Xavier had to, like block her energy, right? Block her mind power, her psychic energy. So when Jean finally realized how powerful she is, right? When she really transformed, right? She went to that dark part of herself. Yeah. And when she finally gained the insight that she really supposed to project, when she finally gained that, she was a force to be reckoned with, right? She become pure light, powerful, the most powerful um, X-Men is Jean, because she represent what Pluto is. She represent what a Scorpio riser is. After an individual make that transformation, right, out of that dark realm to project their soul power to become what they're truly supposed to become, yeah, that is a manifestation of the energy of light, right? And what happened when Jean became that energy of light, the soul energy? She went to the source, because the source deals with light, right? It's a balance within this realm between dark and light. The light came from the dark, because the soul has that dark energy, right? As I said, there's multiple levels to what dark matter is, right? And what darkness is. There's an enchantment within that dark realm, which is like a prison, right? A prison. Chopping that dark realm is hard to get out, right? Because it's pure magnetism, right? And I think that's where souls that did like words cannot explain, like crazy things, that's where the soul locked off. Like those beings maybe be some Nephilims, and like born from the light realm forever. That's the way I'm exaggerating right now, because people got to understand or understand that there's multiple vibratory fields out there, right? And not because dark matter is powerful, it is, but there's a part to that dark matter that is just pure magnetism, and it's like a prison. So beings who are destructive, beings who are um, not following the procedures of the cosmic flow, the harmony, right? They're chopped there. I'm not gonna call it purgatory. There's another name for that place. I'm not gonna even call it hell. It's even deeper than that, right? So a Scorpio riser who reached to the level, right, of their higher self. This is dragon energy. This is phoenix energy, right? This is higher than kundalini energy, right? This is power, all right? Power of the Scorpio riser means mastering themselves, right? Being the soul, being the totality of self, being the one, right? Being in one alignment to gain that totality of self, right? This is the dragon energy. This is the phoenix energy becoming one. right? The dragon energy is associated with the spinal cord too, and the physicality. That's what the dragon energy is all about, mastering your physicality, right? The phoenix energy is a spirit, right? That's what it means. So after making that transformation, your body becomes strong enough to hold that sort of energy, to hold that sort of frequency, to hold that sort of power. Right? The body has to be strong. Yeah. So yeah, I went a little too deep with this one because I'm a Scorpio riser, so it's easy for me to explain these things because I've been through some stuff, yeah. Anyways, though, I think this is it, and I'll move on to, after this, I'm gonna do a Fucus rising and Sagittarius rising. All right, so until the next time, you all stay safe, you all stay strong, keep rising, keep building, keep holding your composure, staying focused, listen keenly, right? Pay attention to these new thought waves coming in, because we're in the time of Aquarius, that deals with innovation, deals with new ideas, new ideology. It deals with the mind. All right, deals with the mind. This is what the Aquarian energy is here to do. Is for us to understand more, have better clarity, carry greater wisdom. Okay, so we should all be careful of the thought processing. What comes into our thought wave, how we process these information, who we listen to, right? I mean, when we're vibrating on that higher octave of energy, we can able to see what is real, right? We are able to differentiate what is real from what is fake. All right, so you know keep growing, keep building, people. It's just love all the way. All right, until the next time, stay safe, peace, and higher vibration. Gratitude to the altitude.